This time we headed to Seattle, Washington for SakuraCon, arriving at a small airport very early in the morning. Everybody keeps looking at me weird and I don't know why. We're headed through the security check-in. It's still early. It's like 6 a.m. or something. So the security seems fast because it's a small airport. So I waited on the other end of security to find out my boss's bag had been dumped out. We made it before they're even boarding. Hallelujah. Actually, they should have started boarding like 5 minutes ago, huh? Well, anyway. So I'd rather the plane be safe than not, so. They just told us they had to reboot the entire plane, but not to panic.
Don't panic.
So that's good.
Welcome to Seattle, where the local time is 9:55 a.m.
Deplaning is actually one of my favorite parts about traveling because you're in a completely new environment. So we grabbed all of our different luggage off of the carousels and strapped them together with luggage straps, which are completely life-changing. We boarded the train from the airport with all of our luggage in tow and watched as all of the green forest surrounding the airport turned into city skyline. We got off the train with our stuff in tow and went to head to the hotel. Oh, we hiked our bags from all the way at the train station, and my shoe just broke. I don't even know if I can show it. Indulging in 2 different types of sandwiches and a new pair of kicks later, we headed back to the hotel to await our friend with a rental car so that way we could head over to Little Japan in Seattle to go pick up our groceries. If you want to see that in length, I have a video on that coming soon. As for the Space Needle, there it is. That's all I saw of it. Before we went and got katsu for dinner. Thursday morning, we took our time heading down over by the bay to go to Target because we were going to pick up our own table so we didn't have to buy one at the convention center. Table in tow, it was game time, so we packed up the rental car back at the hotel, and I walked over to the convention center to meet my party to set up the booth. I was able to find them in the lower loading dock before we took everything over to our booth, and as they went to go return the rental car, I began constructing the booth. We did have a corner booth, which means we had 2 full setups that I had to do on either side, which went up in no time. So now I'm gonna take my little cubies now that everything is all set up and really work on the front. So these plus some zip ties and these fancy little leg attachments is how I'm gonna make the front at an angle, so as you walk past it you'll be able to see all the goodies a little bit easier. So, as you can tell, we are starting to fully set up the back of the workstation. And I basically have to get all of those keychains organized over here to match where they are over here. So this is how all of this ended up looking out. Pretty good, not too shabby. And like I said before, these are just held on with magnets, so not too bad. And then this whole side is going to be backpacks. So the booth was basically done except for a little bit of signage here and there, and record time, I set it up by myself pretty much in about 4 hours. It's currently around 8:45, so booth is all pretty much done. This is probably the most done with a booth that we've ever been the day before the con actually opens. Our hotel's pretty much just down the street, so we don't have to go too far to be able to come here in the morning, which is great news for us because it means we can kind of take our time. The con opens tomorrow at 10. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Friday was day one, and we started the day at this amazing deli that we went to about 6 times while we were there because it was just that good. And they also had homemade empanadas that I really loved. Headed over into the Sakura Con, and I'm glad to see that they had a lot of nice signage. We go downstairs before heading all the way downstairs to the exhibitor hall inside of the Summit Building. Bondi was really the only main industry that was at this specific con. And all the other booths up in the front were looking pretty good as I walked by. This was my main chance to really get a look at everything that was going to be around me for this time. Started my day with this amazing Ditto Pokemon drink. It tasted like apples, it was good. And worked my entire shift. So around 4:30, 5 o'clock on Friday is when it actually got really busy, and I tried to grab some footage on my way back to the booth where I saw Kappas, lots of LARP and Renaissance gear, some familiar booths that I had seen over on the West Coast, and some that I definitely hadn't seen before. And con for today, over, done. People loved Toad, it was great, it was a good time. Switching up Saturday for Nezuko, so that'll be good, that'll be fun, that'll be a good time. And yeah, now we get to go meet up with friends and have some sort of dinner. That's a thing. Anyway, yeah. Our hotel had this sign back up when we returned, and then we saw this cute, adorable cat cafe on the way to go get dinner, and it was amazing. Saturday morning, I got up early to get ready. Ooh, we're here before it opens. Get to walk this way today. I noticed there was a whole section where you could put Gundams together, and I got a private, clear view of the amazing Kappas in all of his Kappas glory, and he was really cool. Before heading back over to my booth and get ready to start the day. Time to set up. Oh my god, so cute! Notice these totally normal signs as I was going to take my break. So it's about 2:30. Honestly, I'm not feeling too great.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna take some ibuprofen, have some water, and get through the shift. I got a lot of compliments on my Nezuko today, which is great. This is my second break today, so yeah, Saturday, it's going good. And now time for a new segment, Unspoken Etiquette for Vendors and Artists, using your space. When you purchase a booth at a con, you're able to use your given space to promote yourself with displays and any other way that you'd like, and people generally stick to the sides of the aisles. However, if you had an excited friend that goes across the aisle and says, hey, go look at my friend over there, he's cool, it can block all of the traffic and make your other vendors around you upset, which might get you reported on and you might not be able to come back. Rather than having your friend go across the aisle, have him go out with some business cards and bring people back to the booth that way. Music in the booth. So if you're going to play music in your booth, you want to make sure everybody around you is at least okay with the idea, and play it at a gentle volume that can bring in a lot of guests into the aisle that want to hear your music. However, if you play it too loud, it could have the opposite effect. Playing music can inspire others to play music because it's good at bringing a crowd, but you might start a battle of the bands. When someone else is playing their music too loud, the best solution is just to turn it off. This has been Unspoken Etiquette for Vendors and Artists. Saturday night's delectable dinner was some enchiladas before Easter Sunday morning.
Today I was walking past the Summit Convention Center building to go to the Arch Convention Center building. This was the original building where it used to be held, but it's where the Artist Alley was for this year. And I ended up going with my friend who was also inside the Artist Alley.
Do you want to get coffee? Did you want? Did you want? Brockyard.
I didn't know where Artist Alley was.
So is it this floor or the next one?
3 up.
3 up. 3?
Yes.
Wow. What?
After making it all the way up to the 3rd floor, we noticed this free photography for cosplay, which was kind of cool in the corner. And finally nearing the end of the long walk over to Artist Alley on the 3rd floor.
Pika pika pika.
These aisles are huge. Why are these aisles so big? Nice. All right.
I began to look around Artist Alley and realized immediately that it was just very overwhelming because the aisles were so big and everything was so spread apart that it was kind of hard to get a view on anything.
Oh, the hall has only been open for, what, 10 minutes? And not even. Well, I guess I was here before it opened, and I've already spent $20 already on stickers. See why people would get absolutely lost and distracted in here. And this is also 2 floors of like, because at least for vendors it's like kind of, you know, kind of find what you're looking for, but here it's like diamonds in the rough. And I am gonna have to start trying to head back because I almost spent more money and I'm not looking to spend money on this trip, so so I'm already getting lost in it, and I gotta get back across the street and get back to my own booth so I can make back what I just spent. So I might not go downstairs because I keep getting distracted. And I don't think I can go downstairs because if I do, I'm just gonna be there for another 40 minutes and I gotta go work. Welcome to con. Wow.
After goodbyes to my friend, I headed back downstairs to go run my own booth in the other building.
I bought from 3 different vendors while I was in there. Got one thing for myself and the rest are presents for other people. I'm not going to be going to the other floor, but there is 2 floors here, which is unfortunately common for this con. So now we venture all the way back to the vendor hall. I've got my cafe and time to go work. So if you see a cosplayer that you like their cosplay, just tell them you like their cosplay. Because if it doesn't make their day, or they don't go, oh my god, thank you, at the very least, you've given somebody a compliment. But some cosplayers go above and beyond, and somebody just gifted me something for recognizing their cosplay from Animal Crossing. They gave me a bell bag with a full like sugar crystals and a pin in there. She was dressed as Daisy May. So cute. Wish I had gotten a picture of her. Now, just head back across the street.
The brand new Summit building is definitely large enough to hold the entire convention, so I'm not sure why the artists and vendors were split.
What? You are so cool. Amazing.
So this is where the general attendees would enter and go all the way down to the 3rd floor at the bottom to go see the exhibitor hall.
Yeah. And that's it. The con is over. Overall went pretty decent. Had a lot of last minute sales, which is great. Always love that. Sold out of one version of the bags, which is great. We'll go into it more later, but now it's time to wow! Toad.
Easter Sunday was slower, so we did have to ship a lot of things back while we packed before heading downtown to go get some dinner.
Oh, it's in front of the art museum. That makes sense.
I tried takoyaki for the first time, and the sushi was amazing. And said one last goodbye to the Summit building and all its lights and empty streets before having a cream sandwich for dessert. 4:15 in the morning, we hopped into the Uber with all of our luggage strapped together and made it to the airport nice and early to go ahead and get through security so we could grab our flight.
One of the things about getting to the airport super early is that you can forget your luggage. So luckily we have a friend who's already still in the hotel room and she's gonna bring it back for me.
And with that, it was time to say goodbye, Seattle, as we hopped back onto the plane and made our way back to California.
It's not always expected, but I did receive gifts from Sakura-kan, which were...
Someone gave me this Gundam fan that kept me nice and cool. It was very nice. An Easter egg, because it was Easter Sunday with a Kit Kat inside, my Ditto cap, some trail mix, ducks from 3 different people, a Blue's Clues pin, my bell bag with all the goodies inside, given to me by Petite Starling.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see the next convention I go to, be sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to see more shenanigans with me, you can find me on Twitch, where I stream variety games, do cosplay content, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!